We're here at the racetrack in Zandvoort. It's always great to be here. The atmosphere is great. And for us as a Dutch team, it's even more special that the whole tribunes and the dunes will be completely filled with orange again. Always cool to race here, but during F1 it's even more special. The most challenging part, of course, is the Schijfvlak, which is a really fast corner up the hill. But to be fair, all parts are really cool. You know, the banking corner, even Tarzan is a special corner. So I think this is one of the most special tracks on the whole calendar.
Today's practice was really good. Both cars were really quick onto speed, so that's a good feeling at my home Grand Prix already. And for tomorrow qualifying, we will see what will happen with weather conditions as well. It's quite tricky as we saw today already, so good first day, and hopefully we can keep this momentum up.
Today I went out, I felt not really good with the car. I just felt that normally this great Porsche power is not in the car at that moment. And it just went a bit worse and worse and worse. And then also the Porsche guys and Schumacher CLT racing team, they did everything what they could to get it together and to try to find something, but it just didn't work.
Circumstances like this is the most difficult for a driver. We started out on the wet tyre, and I know Zandvoort quite well as a Dutch guy, so I knew it was going to dry up really quickly. And it was all about the last lap, the last minute. I was just telling myself, no mistakes, bring the lap in, and eventually P2, 1/2 thanks to Larry, so congrats to him on pole. I was really happy.
I was the last car in pit lane with only 3 minutes to go. I knew there was only one lap possible, and one lap without mistake and without traffic. I managed to do that. It was not a lap on the limit, but a lap without mistakes. P3, only 2/10 from pole. If I do a good start, I'm sure I can score a podium. The last couple of years, I always gaining positions and not losing positions, so I feel really confident.
It was just crazy, you know. We can talk hours about the session. I think for everyone was just a big stress. I also feel a bit tired because I gave my everything on track. It's what I can do really well, is go in the moment and play. What it was not easy, but I think for the fans and the spectators outside it was amazing. And also for me in the end.
The track was wet, but you could already see a dry line, and even one or the other driver was trying to drive immediately on slick tires, which didn't work, because the track was getting faster and faster and faster. And it was a big gamble. You had to stay out there till the end of the qualifying session and then perform. But I think the race will be very interesting because we see a lot of people in the front and some further back, so everything is mixed. Out of the 7 top guys, there's 6 Dutch guys, which is remarkable. Let's see how it will be. We could have a completely Dutch podium.
And we are go at Zandvoort for round 7 of the Porsche Mobil 1 Supercup. A perfect launch for our pole sitter, Larry ten Voorde, and Jaap van Lagen is going to challenge Huub van Eindhoven round the outside at Tarzan corner. Will he go? Second place, he goes wheel to wheel with Huub van Eindhoven. Kaz Havercourt in the orange and black GP Elite car running slightly wide there. But look at Jaap van Lagen. He hasn't been on the podium since 2018, and he's just dived down the inside of Huub van Eindhoven to take second place there, Joe.
Perfect start from Larry ten Voorde. Look at the gap. He's got the biggest grip. Then the battle pack. Harry King in the foreground there. Everyone running 2x2 clean at the moment. Great start from Jaap van Lagen. Did really well. 3 wide coming into turn number 7. Everyone playing nicely at the moment. Is it going to stay that way? Theo Alverhaus right in the mix of it as well. Car down the inside, all over the curb. It's going to get wide there. It's going to be interesting to see if Goretti there as well can start to make some progress. He will want to be a lot higher up. Looks like he got down the inside of Overhaus, but then runs in wide onto the grass. Polystyrene board goes flying. Jaap van Lagen looks fast, doesn't he? That gap looks like it's come down to ten Voorde. Harry King muscling Jabeur out. He now has the outside into 11. Who's going to break the latest? King being super aggressive. He needs to keep this championship alive.
Look at Harry King going round the outside at turn 11. He's going to use the gravel to try and force Jabeur wide and elbows him quite literally onto the grass there. And Jabeur just about about, keeps that position alive. And Robert de Haan lining up a move on Marvin Klein. There he goes, down the inside, and he's gone into 4th place.
Watch the run that King's now going to get because his teammate got that move done. Both compromised on this long run. Yes, Klein all the way back behind King. Havercourt as well. This is great for Harry King. The championship is going. Will there be any team orders now between the two BWT Lechner cars? So de Haan in front, pops it down the inside of Klein. Brilliant move. King opens up the corner even more to get the drive. He gives him a little rub, just loads him up, which stopped Klein getting a good exit. Interesting to see the take on race control there.
These are some of our rookie drivers. We'll see the top 3 go on to the podium. Currently, that would be de Haan in side-by-side action there. We've got Bordekamps and Gilbert. Gilbert's got the run, and he's going to execute this move. Bordekamps surely has to give it up. He's not, and he's side-by-side, just about holds on to it, Joe.
How he's caught that is wild. The car was in the air as it bumped across the grass. It was fair racing from all.
Here's that battle we were talking about, and involved in that is Marvin Klein, who needs to be in the top 4. So this is not the queue he wants to be on. He wants to be on the battle ahead, which involves Robert de Haan, who is closing in on the top 3. It's starting to become a queue for second. He's the one we need to keep an eye on. So is Marvin Klein. He's now going to dive to the outside of Kaz Havercourt. Havercourt going defensive. He can't afford to lose more places because he would lose more points to Robert de Haan. He only has a 10-point lead.
Let's see what happens into turn number 1. Looks like he's getting loaded up from the rear. Neil Truce then has to almost decide to spin the car. Otherwise, I think he could have been taken out for Stante. So that was almost, he had to just take one for the team and flick it round. Otherwise, I think that could have been a multi-car crash.
Looks like Victor Bernier, the car behind, causing that one. Whilst we are watching that battle unfold, Joe, big message coming through from race control that Harry King and Marvin Klein, that has been noted for causing a collision. That's what we saw earlier. We come down the roller coaster section, and Marvin Klein fighting to keep his championship alive. Kaz Havercourt fighting to keep the gap reduced in terms of points to de Haan. We heard him on the radio. Are we going for this podium? Do we stay here and just take the points and reduce this gap to Kaz Havercourt for the rookie title to 6 points? Both drivers on home soil, both fighting for rookie wins and rookie championships. Just 1 round to go next week. After this, we're in the business end of this season now.
Klein, I think, is going to have to defend into 1. Havercourt is now safe. It'd be interesting. We're seeing so much contact from Klein. He's got to be careful. He doesn't damage the car. Has he got fluid coming out of the front from some of that damage? That is going to lose him. He's going to be out of the top 10. That is his championship done.
Marvin Klein now goes off the circuit, and as said by Joe there, that is his championship over. He now comes to a stop to let the cars go by and will rejoin safely, but he is done in this championship. What a shame. Let's look back at it now.
He's got damage on his front right corner. I can see the splitter flapping. Is the lockup because of some fluid? The radiators in the front of that radiator, in the front of that bumper. He then comes to a stop because he can't rejoin safely.
Oh no, Marvin Klein. Oh well, we saw him off. Has he tried to continue and gone off again? He's got the damage to the right front there. Larry Tenforder will win here at Zandvoort as he comes across the line to take the checkered flag. It'll be a first podium since 2018 and a first at Zandvoort for Jaap van Lagen, and Robert de Haan takes the rookie win. What a drive from Larry Tenforder out front. 20 points between the top 2. But last year we had a similar situation and it went to the last corner. So Larry Tenforder sort of has to be in the top 11, but that's not so straightforward around Monza.
No, I'm waiting to see how that's going to pan out, to say the least. It could get very interesting.
Very, very interesting indeed. Larry Tenforder leads us into the final round. This is a provisional result with some post-race investigations to come. But Larry Tenforder, we know, led us from the front. He is our winner in this race, and a first win for him at Zandvoort. Welcome back to the podium, Jaap van Lagen, and Robert de Haan locks out an all-Dutch podium. Huub van Eindhoven just missing out, but what a result for him. Harry King, 5th place. One of the investigations hangs over him. 5th place for him, though, to keep his title fight alive. Havercourt on the rookie podium once again, then Gilbert. Flint Schuring, the best of our wildcards. Guiretti, well done to Wouter Bordekamps as well. What an entrance into the championship. Tauscher, Levy, Zindelli, Masters, Ross, Rousset, Quadesmini, Vestante, Frymouth and Overhouse. And then we have Meyer, Lindland, Shaheen, Spreng, Grunwegen, Klein picked up damage and pulled over at the end of the race. Troost we lost in an incident at turn 1 with Bernier, and Brasky had an incident at the start of the race at turn 10. But a first win at Zandvoort in the Porsche Mobil 1 Super Cup for Larry ten Voorde.
I think I lost a bit of words. This was a bucket list item for me. I worked so hard for this one, and I pushed and I gave my everything. And thanks for the team, Schumacher CLT Racing team, Comledoga, Anthony, Benjamin, and the whole crew. It was not easy. I had to cover 3 safety cars or 2 safety cars, but I'm just smiling. It was great, and it means a lot to me, this one. I'm emotional.
He's ticked off many wins in his Porsche Mobil 1 Super Cup career now, but that one will go straight to the front of the cabinet, I'm sure.
Absolutely loved every single second. The best one-make championship in the world.
I think that's a good way to wrap it up. 20 points between our top 2. You will not want to miss it when Porsche Mobil 1 Super Cup returns next week at Monza.
This was a bucket list item what I wanted to do, and I fight really hard with the last years, but it always slipped out of my hands very closely. And now winning here with Schumacher CLT Racing team, the boys did a mega job, and I could do what I could do. The important thing is here to start. It can also be tricky because, for my opinion, it's in the wrong side because you're outside. But I had a great start, and then I could manage it. But still, the second safety car was a little bit of miscommunication. In the end, it was amazing to hold it. I'm just very happy. All the fans, spectators, family, my wife here. It's a special one. Today I celebrate. Tomorrow is the button on the next game. I don't look so much at the points, and we do our best. But today was a really good day.
It's a while ago, and you really want to do it again. And sometimes you think, shall I be not quick enough anymore, or what is it? And so we worked really hard with the team, and we said we have to work harder. We have to make improvements on the car. That's what they did. So big compliments to the team. I'm fit. I'm 3-4 times a week in the Cup car, also with coaching. I'm sure I still can fight for the podium, especially my home track. I know each detail on the track. That helps, of course. Monza is not my favorite, but we will see.
Next week, last round, so then it's basically all about who finishes in front of each other, you know. So that's going to be a close one for the Rookie Championship, and yeah, we will do everything about it to win that.
So the weekend was looking positive during qualifying. However, on the drying track at the very end of the session, we were on a push lap, which would have been good enough for the front row, but unfortunately we couldn't complete the lap. So it meant our qualifying suffered. We had to start from 9th position, and we come through in the race to P5. Ultimately, I think that's the most you can expect around a circuit like this at Zandvoort. In previous years, my Monza track record's been quite successful, so I'm looking forward to getting around there. It's an amazing circuit, great venue. Recently gone through some new changes as well, which means the opportunity is open for not just myself, but for everybody. And yeah, we're still within a hunt of the championship, and that's the most important thing.